America has been a culture that's always been excited about aviation. And today a new craze is sweeping the nation, and that's the craze of unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones. According to CNN, drones are being used to do a lot of things. They're being used to take pictures, obviously, but they're also being looked at in some countries as a vehicle for saving lives after a heart attack, and even to deliver packages. Amazon right now, according to CNN, is also looking at ways to deliver packages via drones. Don't know if it's necessarily going to become viable or if it's even going to happen, but it's one cool thing that's on the horizon for drones and unmanned aerial vehicle systems. But today I'm going to show you how to put on the propellers, insert the battery, power up the remote control, and actually configure the aircraft using the app. The aircraft is controlled by an app, and you can find all this information on DJI.com. DJI Innovations is the company that makes the drone, their website. You can also find it on phantompilots.com, which is a community of owners of drones just like this one. You can also find this information in the owner's manual that comes with the Phantom 3 itself. So there are multiple sources of information for this same kind of process. So if I were setting this up, the first thing I would do is I would put on the propellers. They screw on clockwise and counterclockwise, and they're self-tightening, so you don't have to really get them on that tight. You just have to put them on. And it's best to actually do it when the drone is vertical, because if you do it when it's horizontal, the propellers can sometimes get in the way of your hands or your arms, and it's not really the most convenient. The next thing I would do if I were doing this for real is I would insert the battery. So the battery goes into the back right here. You kind of put it in and you press. You'll hear it click a couple of times, and then you'll want to press once to see your battery level and then twice to power on the drone. So we've done all that. The drone is now ready to go into flight. The next thing I would want to do is power on my controller by pressing that button there. When the controller powers on, it's going to power up my tablet. My tablet has an app which helps me control the aircraft. The app is going to tell me, what altitude, what distance, how fast, and most importantly, how many satellites I'm receiving. If I'm receiving less than 9 satellites, it's going to switch into non-GPS mode, which is a flight mode that I don't want to be in. If it's in non-GPS mode, it's not taking any input from the satellites at that point to determine its location. It's only taking input from you, and you're most likely to crash if it's only taking input from you. So we've done everything. We've got our satellites right now. We've got 9 or 8 satellites, mostly because I'm on the deck here. When I move over a little bit further away from the house, you're going to see that it's I'm going to get more satellite reception. I should be able to take it off, and that would be our next step. So now that we've got everything set up, and everything has checked out, I'm going to take it off for you and show you just how stable it can actually be once it's in flight. So as you can see, the drone is off to the side, and it's about ready to take off, and we're going to just bring it into the air real quick. We're going to do that by using the manual takeoff button. And now we're airborne. We went through a lot of steps today about how to get the Phantom 3 ready for flight. We showed you how to turn on the battery and insert it. We showed you how to put the propellers on. We showed you how to turn on the controller, launch the app, and some things you want to look for as you go through your pre-flight checklist. And then we took it into the air and showed you just how stable it is after it takes off while it's waiting for input from the pilot. Unmanned aerial vehicle systems are the way of the future. They're the next frontier in aviation, just as important as the dawn of aviation in the 20s and 30s, and this is where the technology is headed. You can find out more information from DJI.com, the manufacturer of the Phantom 3. You can also find out more information from the Phantom 3 Owner's Manual and from websites that cover drones like CNN, Yahoo News, NBC, and so on and so forth. Drones are an exciting new form of aviation, and they're going to be able to do a lot of things in the future, hopefully, as we're able to do more things with them. So keep in mind that this is just the beginning, this is the first step, and soon the technology will be even further along.